everyone. Welcome to the UVD Weekly Wrap-Up, the show where the team from UrbanVinylDaily.com goes over everything there is to know in the designer toy, art, street art, and Sophibie world. I'm your host, Travis Likens.
And I'm Ben Pierce.
And we're here for episode 24, which, in honor of the weather in Ohio right now, we have entitled, Hoth Has Frozen Over.
But it already freezes over. It's a snow planet.
Yeah, well, now it's Hoth in Ohio, so there.
Wow.
But first up, though, we want to thank our sponsors. Strange Cat Toys,
Gallery F,
Martian Toys,
and Rotofugi.
Thanks, guys, for backing us every week and giving us money that we can use to do cool things. We also want to talk about our beer of the week. What do we got, Ben?
It is from Texas, which we are not in Texas, but it is St. Arnold's Weed Whacker, which doesn't exactly fit the season, but it is a Hefeweizen.
So we're in the middle of the winter drinking a Hefeweizen. So, but anyway, it's a good beer. Had it before, and we're going to have it again. So, But toy news for the week, Ben. What are we going to start with?
We are going to start with telling you about
our own toy.
Our own toy. It is the Blue Luna Retailer Edition. And I guess the reason that we bring it up, we're not going to promote anyone who sells it, is to tell you why we're doing it this way.
So the idea behind having the retailer exclusive version kind of goes back to our State of Designer Toy video. We had talked about many ways that the designer toy world has changed over the years. And one of those being that in a lot of cases, artists are selling directly or brands are selling directly to you guys. We wanted to give the distributor and the stores the first chance to sell our figure to fans.
And we even gave you the best opportunity to sell it and buy it. Christmas.
And
or the holidays.
And the fact that it's the first one outside the Kickstarter.
That too.
So everybody out there that is looking to grab one of the Blue Lunas, this colorway kind of uses the original. It's not really the original colorway, but I guess it's a color that shows up a lot in the bot's original customs. So I think that's a pretty cool thing about this colorway. Also, another really cool thing about this colorway is that it's an edition of 200. It's 6.5 inches tall, and it retails for $60. So
very affordable.
People that backed the Kickstarter and got the green and the purple, we gave you guys a little bit of a deal. So you guys got in early. Hey, look at that. Now everybody else has to pay a tiny bit more. The other cool thing is about this, people that backed the Kickstarter, the green, no longer available. Purple. No longer available. We don't got it anymore.
Definitely available.
Blue. So if you back the Kickstarter, you have something even a little more exclusive that we never really told you guys until right now. So that's pretty cool. But we hope that you get out there, support the bots, support us, support the retailers, and buy the Blue Luna.
And if your retailer does not have it yet, ask them kindly to please buy you one.
Yeah, so bug them, tell them to get in contact with us, urbanvinyldaily@gmail.com, and we can point them in the direction of the distributor that has them. So if you're a fan, let us know. If you buy one,
let us know.
Tag us on Instagram or use the hashtag Luna Kickstarter, and that way we can find the photos that you're posting. We love all the photos we've seen so far of the Kickstarter editions of Luna that have showed up at fans' places and are in hand. So far, it seems like we have a pretty good response to the figure, and we're very, very happy that you guys enjoy it. Other than that, we just still want to say thank you, because without you guys, there's no figure. So,
and for you retailers and fans, we're doing it for you. We're giving you the retailer edition before anyone else gets to compete with other runs.
Yeah, so thank you. So now we'll move into the more traditional sense of news. We're starting out with news from Mighty Jacks. The brand has tapped into an artist that kind of taken the scene by storm in Andra Kang. She has a new figure called BearChamp. BearChamp. And it is an edition of 200, and it's $40. So the figure stands 5 inches tall, and it features kind of her signature style with the facial expressions and the black and the white, and it stands on a base. So it does have a base, and some people, kind of get, oh, I don't want a figure with a base. It's not a toy, then it can't stand on its own. But judging by this figure, it has really tiny legs and kind of like a bigger top side. So it's going to topple over if it doesn't have that base.
Big old ego in that brain. It's going to topple over.
Yeah, it's a
very basic figure.
I enjoy the launch. So I enjoy the work of Andrea, and I think it's really cool. I'm interested to see if we get more colorways. I think that would be an interesting take because it would branch out a little bit of her normal, or if we're going to get more figures in a line, maybe that'd be kind of cool too.
Would you ask for one of the colorways to be a Booberry?
A Booberry edition? Man, you're just full of the puns today.
I'm on point.
You're on point. You came drunk beforehand, I guess.
Oh.
So what do you got now, Ben?
I have nothing. Keep on going.
You have no toy news?
I have no toy news. You stole the pen from me. We have a communal pen.
We only have one pen this week to write stuff down with. So
exactly.
Apparently,
and not the stabby pens either. These are the clicky
clicky pen.
Right?
No like enamel pens.
No. Which apparently we have some enamel pens to talk about later, but I'm not gonna derail that train yet.
You're going to spill us over into the next section?
No.
So the next piece of news we have comes from Scott Wilokowski. And Peter Cato. So Clutter has released the Sweet Dreams Infected Bedtime Bunny. It's an edition of 100 figures, stands 6 inches tall, and they are $120 each. So it's a pink resin piece that has a skull armature, like guts. I don't know how you want to say this, but like
skeleton.
It's infected. There you go.
Has a skeleton.
So if you're a fan of infected things, which there have been a plethora of those in the past year or so, they are available currently from Clutter Gallery. They released at the show they opened this weekend, and they look really cool. I'm a fan of the little Peter Cato piece, so it's a good little figure, and hopefully these do well as well, and we get more colorways. So if you're a fan of pink, fan of Wilkowski or the Bedtime Bunny, this is probably right up your alley.
Since you were chiding me for not having a toy news, I could blow you away with my improvisation skills and say that Josh Mayhem released some new blown away figures this week, and they're probably sold out.
The Kid Robot ones?
Yes.
Yeah. So they were holiday themed. They included a red and green version, a blue and white version. And,
were any of them on a pole for Festivus?
I have not seen the one on the pole. So
there's probably not one. Again, I was blowing you away with my improvisation skills.
It might get confused if it's on a pole with something else, but that's
a lollipop.
That's a whole nother show.
A lollipop.
So next up, we have information coming from Kid Robot.
More Kid Robot.
And Jason Freeny. They have released, or I haven't really released, I guess they revealed a new 8-inch Dunny that will be
anatomically dissected.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what they're calling it. I guess infected is what they're calling it. But anyway.
That seems redundant to call that infected when someone else has infected.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're wrong about that. We should probably have paid more attention when we wrote it down.
Let's call it anatomical.
But anyway, so it's a limited to 1,000 piece, which I'm kind of excited to see that Kid Robot put a number out there. We haven't seen that in a while from what I've seen. And they're $75 each, and they'll be available in April 2017. So this piece kind of features goes into Freeny's like clear idea with a skeleton that's inside of the figure. So it's not like a split down the middle dissected version, kind of what we've seen with some other figures he's been doing recently, and a lot of times in his customs. So this is more in line with like the gummy bear that he did, where it was like a infected type piece inside of the clear anatomical look there. What do you think of the figure, Ben? I've got my feelings, but go.
I think it is a step in a different direction for Kid Robot. So
yeah.
I think it hopefully pans out for them. So
I'll give them that. It's definitely something different. I do kind of want to see the clear plastic in person.
Whether it's like a Coke bottle, like one of those like dingy plastic Coke bottles, or like one of the glass ones.
I'm suspecting it's going to be like hard ABS, similar to the
like
Sketracha. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. And if that's the case, I don't think I'm going to like it, but that's just my personal thing. I don't want to sway anybody else's opinion. If you love this design, it's great, but it's just not for me. I
guess if it's plastic, I'd be interested to see how they suspend that skeleton.
I don't think it's going to be suspended inside the figure. I think it's going to be like just standing inside of it, based on the photos that I've seen. But
hopefully it doesn't wobble around.
yeah, I mean, it could. Who knows? Hopefully it's just like attached somehow. Like I don't know. We'll see.
I guess you could fix it like in the feet, in the hands, and in the ears, and I guess it doesn't wobble too much.
I kind of would like to have seen it kind of a split.
Oh yeah.
Like I kind of would have liked to seen that, but
And like the double X-ray.
yeah. So that leads us into the next topic of
nice segue. Unplanned.
Yeah, that leads us into the next topic, which is that Jason Freeny and Mighty Jax are teaming up to release a new line of XXRay figures utilizing the property Looney Tunes. So the figure itself, we've seen 2 so far. We've seen Bugs and we've seen Tweety.
Mm-hmm.
And these are 4-inch figures. And I mean, they follow the same kind of idea as
Bugs is 12.
No. That's the Kid Robot one.
Oh,
we haven't got that far yet. So the 4-inch figures of Bugs and Tweety follow the same scale and line as the DC characters that they've released so far, and they've got a plethora of those. So these will fit right in with those figures, and we're assuming that they're going to be around the same price, which is around $20. But the fact that this summer at SDCC and slightly before that, I believe, Kid Robot launched the 12-inch version of an anatomical rabbit that was Bugs Bunny, obviously, and it cost $65. And they've had a couple of limited editions and other things since then, but the figure itself was essentially a anatomical Bugs Bunny. Do we need this? Do we need more anatomical Bugs Bunnies? What do you think, Ben?
Well, with 2 different sizes, you can do 2 different things with them.
Yeah.
I think the Kid Robot 12-inch, I mean, to me, it looks like a traditional Bugs Bunny. It's slender and tall and stuff like that. So to me, that's maybe the more desired of the 2 as compared to like a 4-inch version of it.
Yeah. And well, here's my thing with it. So it really is 2 different markets. I mean, we're talking about a possibly $20 figure versus a $65 figure. $65 figure is more appealing to, say, a designer toy collector in general than a $20 figure that could be appealing to anybody who just likes Bugs Bunny and skeletons.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really, anybody, this is more accessible to the general population than a $65 figure.
Where you're purposely buying it.
Yeah. To me, it's very interesting that, they're available so quickly between each other. It's not really that big a deal, I guess. I mean, if the Kid Robot one is selling, it doesn't really make a difference. If they're sitting on the shelves, I haven't really paid attention to the sales of that figure or how well they're doing, but it's just interesting to me. And
though the Kid Robot one is not on their website at the moment.
Yeah, we did try to look at that before we came into the recording studio, but it is not there anymore. So is it sold out? Did they just pull it because of this announcement? I don't know. We have no information.
Somebody should tell us.
Yeah, so maybe if you got dirt on this, anybody, let us know, and we will revisit the subject at a later time. But look for these to be releasing later. I guess this year is not the correct term.
Next year.
And next year, we'll be getting more. And they said that there are more characters coming. So it would be kind of cool to have like a little set of Looney Tunes that are all like dissected up. So, or in X-rayed, I guess would be the correct term.
So to what extent would they go with those figures? Like how far into like the bowels of Warner Brothers is acceptable for those? Like,
hey, I mean, they've went pretty far into the depths of DC, so the figure must be selling. So I think it's probably if they've got access to the character and the line's got some legs, they'll probably continue on making more.
So we're talking like Droopy the dog.
I want Foghorn Leghorn.
So that's as far as we're probably gonna go. We're gonna go like Sylvester, Foghorn, Wily, Roadrunner.
Maybe we'll get that red guy. What's his name?
Porky. I was thinking about that. It's like I was thinking Cousin It, but that's not it.
That's not it. But the guy that looks like Cousin It, and we'll show a photo of him. Maybe we'll get him. That would be kind of cool.
Yep.
What about the Foghorn Leghorn's little sidekick chicken? Whatever his name is.
I just want to call him Peeper, even though that's not his real name. The one that has the glasses.
Yeah. So, but that kind of wraps up toy news for the week. What do you guys think about Jason Freeny, Mighty Jax, Kid Robot? What do you think about that stuff? What do you think about that Dunny as well? Let us know in the comments below. Ben, take it away with art news so you can cover a story and I can drink my beer.
More than happily. So, SpokeArt Gallery, which is in San Francisco, is having a Friday and Saturday event at the local movie theaters, and featuring a 3-part movie series at each of the movie theaters. The one in Oakland is the New Parkway Theater, and the one in San Francisco is the Roxy Theater. And so at each of the Friday and Saturday showing, they will have Where the Wild Things Are, Being John Malkovich, and Adaptation. And for each of those, for the Spike Jonze movies, they'll have prints available. And so remaining prints will go up online December 19th, which is Monday.
Like the Nicolas Cage adaptation, that movie?
I think so.
Oh, that's a good movie. I like that movie.
You also like Where the Wild Things Are, but
yeah. But that one didn't seem as out there to me as adaptation being shown. But anyway.
I don't think I've ever watched Being John Malkovich. But
I don't think I've ever watched it either. I think we missed that one by a few years. We're just a little bit too young for it.
Probably.
But anyway, so this Friday, opening up at Grassroots Chicago, is a new The BearChamp art exhibit and hat release. And at that, there will also be, of course, enamel pins.
Oh boy!
So the JC Rivera BearChamp pin set will be available. It features a BearChamp pin along with 2 smaller pins, one being a boxing glove and one being, of course, the champ's crown. So those will be available at the event, which is going to have Laguntas Brewery and all kinds of other cool stuff. You'll be able to pick up the new line of BearChamp hats that are going to be available and obviously see some awesome new artwork. So if you're a fan of the BearChamp, you live in Chicago, just like JC, either way, get to Grassroots Chicago this Friday from 5 to 10 p.m.
Can't have a king without a crown.
Exactly. So, but that wraps up art news for me anyway.
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay.
Except for events.
Go on to event news.
Events. At 3D Retro this weekend, Juan Munez will be doing a live mural on the side of 3D Retro.
Ooh.
And while you're there watching him paint and sweat and work, depending on how hot it is in Los Angeles, you can also pick up the Smile figure that was available at DCon. And with the purchase of the Smile figure, you'll get a free poster, even though you're technically buying the poster with the figure. But
it's free.
You can have Juan doodle or draw or
Make a
paint
signing.
on it or something with it.
Yeah, take a picture with it.
And if you do nothing at all other than stand there and watch him, you can get some free food.
Oh, they got to have food trucks?
They will have food.
Very cool. And the figure itself, we saw it at Designer Con when we were at the store. It's a really cool little figure. It's one nice little desk sitter. You know, it's not gonna. I don't believe it has any articulation or anything like that, but it's it's a good little sitting figure. So if you're a fan of Juan and Philippe, then make sure to stop in and pick it up. If you're not in California, just head over to 3dretro.com and you can grab them on their online site as well.
Yep.
So the final bit of event news we have is actually kind of 2 events, but they take place at the same day, the same time, in the same place. So WootBear this weekend is hosting their 3rd annual holiday food and toy drive, hosted by J. Rue and Vampy Bit Me.
Ooh.
So they're going to be there gathering food. They're saying non-perishable food items, so that's cans and boxes of things, people.
Not milk.
Not milk. Don't bring a jug of milk and just plop it in the middle.
Or deli meat or
any kind of other perishable food. So they're looking for that, but they're also looking for packaged toys. So do not bring them open toys and put them in the box. But if you you want to help some kids out, get some awesome toys, head over to Target, grab them a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle, grab them some sort of girl's toy that I can't think of off the top of my head right now.
There are no such things as girls' toys.
Not at Target. They took that sign down.
You could also go to WootBear and buy Dunnies and all the other things and just put them in the bin.
Yeah, so just plop them in there. Help out a good cause, help out artists. Trying to do a good thing. But they also have prizes that you can win for donating things.
You get rewarded for being giving.
Yeah, so there's things I saw from Jen and Tony Bot and a ton of other artists that you can win. So if you're in the San Francisco area, make sure to swing over there this weekend and donate something, win something. And while you're there, check out the Kid Robot Bot Show, which will be going on at the same time. So far, they've revealed 3 artists, one of which being Scott Wokowski with his infected Kid Robot bot figure, 3-inch, I believe it was.
Big surprise.
And they will also have figures from Security and John Paul Kaiser. And that's just the 3 they revealed. So if you happen to be in the area, make sure to stop in, check it out. December 17th from 6 to 9 p.m. What a good way to end up the show, on a good cause.
On a good cause, and not spelled with WS.
So on that ending of bad punnery, I guess, we will say this. Check out our new video with Lucifer and Drill One over on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/urbanvinyldaily, where he tells us they tell us all kinds of stuff that they had at DesignerCon, plus all kinds of new projects that are coming up. We've got tons of other interviews that we've released. You can check out our holiday gift guide for 2016. 16.
With it being a week before Christmas and you don't know what to get your loved one, just watch our video and come up with some ideas.
Yeah, and spend some money, people. Spend some money.
On us.
So if you really want to get somebody a gift, get them a Luna. It might not be there in time, but get them a Luna.
The thought that counts.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts. You can always wrap up a picture of it. But check out all of your favorite designer toy stores this holiday season. Grab something. Grab a Luna. Send it to your friends. They will love you for it.
There's also a plethora of pins that you can choose from this holiday season.
Yeah, from tons of artists all over the place, including ourselves. If you head over to our store, you can grab some of those. But if you want to keep up with us on a more regular basis, you can check us out on www.urbanvinyldaily.com, where we talk about designer toys, pins, art, what we're doing, what everybody else is doing, and more. You can also follow us on Instagram or Twitter at Urban Vinyl Daily. You can check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/urbanvinyldaily. You can check us out on Snapchat at
we
Urban
never
Vinyl
use.
Daily. That we don't use it, but you can check us out there. And you can also listen to our episodes by heading over to Token Nerd Network on iTunes. And you can subscribe there and then get the audio versions of our podcast, so you don't have to look at our face. You don't have to see the pretty pictures we toss in. And you can just go about your day while you're on your computer at work and listen to us. But as always, I'm Travis.
And I'm Ben.
Have a great designer toy day. Hey everyone, this is Travis Likens from Token Nerd Podcast, and I'm here today to tell you something about sponsorship. That's right, Token Nerd now has a sponsor. The fine folks at TenaciousToys.com, your source for designer toys, pop vinyl, original art, and more, are now our sponsor. And guess what? As a part of that, you can get 10% off your next order at TenaciousToys.com by entering the code TOKEN10 at checkout. That's right, 10% off. And not only are they giving you this code, they're also going to be sponsoring many of our Token Nerd giveaways in the next coming months. So make sure to follow us at token_nerd on Instagram to catch our latest giveaways.
We built this taco. We built this taco. We built this taco with corn and beans.